Start streaming. Here we go. May the games begin.
I'll tweet the stream out in like half an hour because my video just went up.
So. Yeah, of course. Don't fuck stuff up. We're live, I think.
Are you?
We're live.
We're live. Oh, right.
Me and you are both live.
Me sitting on the other side of
the room playing Spider-Man. But as I fuck around on live stream. Hello, everyone. Shane Dawson's the mind of Jake Paul. More like the mind of ImAllexx, am I right? Because he's got everybody on streaks tonight. Incredible. How could one man who does so little achieve so much? I just don't get it. I don't get it. ImAllexx has gone from doing fuck all to everybody is angry. Everybody is angry. Although over the moon for him. I'm just going to talk about a live stream dedicated to ImAllexx. A live stream dedicated to ImAllexx TV. There we go. In defense of ImAllexx TV, the live stream.
Is that the title of your stream?
I should have titled it that, but
what is your stream title?
I put Shane Dawson and Jake Paul on it for.
Is it just Shane Dawson and Jake Paul?
It's called Shane Dawson's The Mind of Jake Paul Live. That's
right.
What it is. Ultimate SEO, may I add. Hello, stream. Is that a donation already?
Of how much?
Hello, Nerd City. How you doing? $10. We've made $10, George.
Yeah.
So that means you've made $5.
Alright, okay.
You've made $5. So George is taking a 50% cut.
I'm taking 50% for sitting on the other side.
He's taking 50% for carrying my channel. So this is.
Alex, you don't have to give me 50%.
There should be a documentary on this.
I'm joking. You don't need to give me 50%.
No, because I want Shane Dawson to do a documentary on you. The Mind of ImAllexx.
The Mind of ImAllexx.
Where he comes and he interviews me about how you treated me and how poorly you and Will treat me.
Well, I come and play Spider-Man and say, give me
50% of your money.
You say yes.
You're a sociopath.
Right, okay.
You're a sociopath, that's what you are. You're a big sociopath.
I'm looking at my sub-watch right now. You've just taken his thumb down and put live in the bottom left.
I'm a genius. I'm a YouTube god. I'm a YouTube god, mate. Oh, man, what a day. I don't even know what to say, guys. We've got 2,200 of you. Welcome. If you haven't seen it, Shane Dawson just uploaded The Mind of Jake Paul, which is incredible. And thank you once again for another $5 donation. That's $2.50 for you, George.
Alex, if you order me lobster, then...
You want me to order you a lobster?
It's like 25 quid.
I'll PayPal you for it.
You PayPal me for
My phone's dead. That's the only reason why.
Oh, okay.
Why do you want lobster?
I haven't had lobster in ages. Lobster's nice.
It's 10 o'clock at night and you're playing Spider-Man.
Yeah, no.
And you want to order a lobster? A whole lobster?
Yeah.
Alright,
Lobster.
go for it then. You fucking...
Maybe a lobster roll as well.
You're a weird one, you are. Hello, Charm Skull. Keem's a spastic. But, like, tell us something we don't know. I'm not going to look at you and sign off on that because I don't want Keem to kill you.
I don't like him.
I know, you love him.
I've met him a few times. He's not really nice in person.
He's a really nice guy. How you heard that, guys? Dan Keem's a really nice guy.
He's nice in person, I like him.
He's a lovely man. He's a lovely man. We all love Dan in this live stream. In this house.
In this household.
In this household, we stand Dan Keem. He's completely trolling. I know he's trolling. I know Keem's taking the piss. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck about ImAllexx. He never did. He doesn't care about any commentary channels. It's the great game for Keem. You know, talking about YouTubers who are sociopathic, I think Keem would be on my list. Because he just does not care. Keem's gone from hating me to loving me to hating me again. So I just stay well away from that man. Because he freaks me out a bit, not gonna lie. Thank you, another $5 donation, by the way. But can we talk about it? The ImAllexx masterclass. Some people have seen it coming. Thank you, another $2, Nathan. I appreciate it. No homo, but I love you. I love you too, Nathan. As long as you're over age.
As long as you're over age.
Yeah, it's a disclaimer. It's a disclaimer. You
I love how you have to put that in.
Keem might be watching.
Right.
And he'll take advantage of anything he can. So, but I don't know how many of you guys watched it. Can you shout out Keegan? Shout out Keegan. But it was incredible. I think the whole idea of those guys being sociopaths is pretty solid. But I don't know about people watching. I don't know what the general consensus is, which is why I wanted to stream, because I'm really interested in how this is going to go down. Thank you for the $10, Dave. But in the game, in the YouTube game, I think he's been sucked in. Thank you for another $10, Shannon. I appreciate it. When am I going to do the junk stream? I will soon, but very busy and can't really afford to be hammered at the moment. So.
Would you say you can't afford to be?
Well, I can afford it, but I can't afford it in terms
Yeah,
of.
you're an extremely rich millionaire YouTuber.
I'm a bit, yeah, I own you. People don't realise I actually own 100% of the
You own
Meaningless channel.
the Meaningless YouTube channel since you moved in.
Well, because I am you. I've just set up I've set up a recording on the sofa that plays audio back, and this is actually entirely scripted.
Yes.
See, I knew he was going to say that.
Why would you admit to scripting it?
To make me look like a genius who's in full control. Thank you for all the donations, by the way, guys. I appreciate it. ImAllexx drinks bathwater.
You do?
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whose fault was that?
I can't remember if it's mine or Will's.
I think it's both of yours.
Probably it was a joint effort.
I'll blame both of you equally. I don't believe they're sociopaths. That's my takeaway. I just think that it gets to a point where making money on YouTube, or YouTube in itself, becomes a really obvious pathway. And it's very easy to follow. And one of the ways you could do that is by not giving a fuck about anything. Because if you don't care about anything, then nothing's going to stop you from doing anything. Thank you, Chelsea, for the $10 again. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it a ton. I'm just going to try and power through the stream, and I'll go through at the end and read all the donations. But I'll try to catch the ones where it seems suitable. But in my personal opinion, there is a certain pathway you can take with YouTube where you can just follow it and just keep on driving yourself forward. And nothing's really going to stop you at that point, especially if you're surrounded by people and it makes them rich. That's why the Team 10 thing, I think that Fraser fucking nailed it, was the idea that they don't want to leave because they have a lot up for stakes. It's like, if somebody's abusing you but they're paying you to abuse you, how much money are you willing to take? It's like those whole kind of scenarios, which is like, would you step on a dog for $1 million? It's kind of like that. How long are you willing to be bullied until it's no longer worth it anymore? And in fairness, how many people do you know about in Team 10 after they've dropped off? I don't think there's any of them. I don't think I couldn't name any of them doing anything now that stays on my radar. Team 10 was the only thing that put them in front of me. I haven't checked to see if those guys are doing well. No, they live off him. It's like a very weird relationship. Keemstar drinks bathwater. Yeah, I don't think he'd appreciate that, not gonna lie. But it's one of those things where I think was completely nailed in the documentary, was the whole idea that it is a win-lose situation for most of them, and it only became popular to leave when you would bang a 5 million view video off it. And then when that wears off, then what do people do? This is why I pay $5 a month. Hey, well, thank you. You've got the badge and stuff, so I hope that works for you. I'm going to try and get some emotes in soon. You should send John Secar's song, I Drink Your Bathwater, to Fraser. It's addressed to vegans. Well, he is a vegan. And, everybody wants to expose InAbba this evening because a bunch of salty YouTubers who have dropped off, or a bunch of fucking spastic people who are only their fault that they've been demised, are angry at Fraser for succeeding. And that's the one thing the documentary has shown. YouTube is a fucking horrible place, and we're only episode 1 in. We're only 1 episode in, and I was sat there watching it just thinking, oh god, I fucking hate this website sometimes. That was one of my main takeaways. I don't think that was the takeaway that Shane was going for, but it seemed like they all seem to be aware. It's scary. And when sociopaths got brought up on YouTube, people being sociopaths, I've seen people do terrible things. Step over people who they've known for years. I've seen people do crazy shit to succeed. I've seen friends of mine transform entirely as people. I don't think I know many YouTubers who believed in the same stuff they believed in at the beginning of their YouTube career, and that's kind of sickening. It's one of those reasons why I recently just stopped really talking to YouTubers. I don't really make friends with many of them anymore. Because
you aren't even friends, Alex.
Yeah, me and George aren't even friends. This is purely business, which is how it has to be nowadays in 2018. We have a line between us in the apartment. That's why I'm over here and he's over there. Even if he wanted to feature, we've contractually written it down that we can't do that, or we will be liable to sue. That's how it works now. It's in the contract on the rent. But like a lot of YouTubers are just fucking grim people. I went to Los Angeles for 2 weeks in 2017 I went to VidCon. I may have seen a few of you there. If so, that was the reason I went, and I had a great time. After the first 4 or 5 days, it went from being the most enjoyable experience I'd ever spent on YouTube to hell very quickly. Some of the stuff that people were willing to do in an attempt to gain my fellow YouTubers, just the way people would talk to each other. For the first 3-4 days, I was kind of high on life. I've never been to Los Angeles before. I haven't been to another country and been able to do a meet and greet and meet people who enjoy the stuff. So I was just buzzing. I met a bunch of my friends for the first time. Thank you, another $5, my man. I appreciate it. But it was the first time I've ever been to a YouTube convention that was that big, purely for YouTubers, and it was grim. It was grim. The way so many people acted. Half the people who I met there, who I thought I was good friends with, one day just stopped talking to me when their videos got bigger. And that's YouTube. That's YouTube in a nutshell. If you've seen me being good friends with people and you wonder where they've been, it's because some people just do that. Some people just flip a switch. The moment that people aren't useful to each other. One of the main questions that was always asked when I was in Los Angeles was how many subs do you have? How many followers do you have on Twitter? What videos do you make? Just people trying to...
Yeah, I've heard their eyes a bit like that. That's why I don't really want to go there.
No, and I want to go to LA, maybe not for VidCon. Just to meet friends,
Maybe. It's a long flight though, I don't like
It is a long flight, but I like seeing my mates. So, but VidCon, the more I thought about it, the more I was put off of ever going again. Because, I remember trying to watch the Casey Neistat panel, and I've told this story in a few podcasts. And this YouTuber came and just stood in front of me and would not let me leave before I gave him my social media, before I followed him back, before we exchanged emails. He would not let me walk away. And I just wanted to watch the panel to the point where my mate Leon Lush, you guys may have heard of him, he got up and ran away. Leon got up and physically ran away because this guy wouldn't let me leave and he didn't want to be next. YouTube's crazy. And I think Shane Dawson, I think he's about to unearth some very ugly truths that come with it. Jake Paul's not a sociopath, he's just a dumbass, he does not like empathy, he just struggles with priority. Agreed. That's my opinion. I share that completely. I do not believe that Jake Paul is a sociopath. I just believe he really likes money, he really likes fame, and I think the one thing that Fraser said that summed it up completely for me was the idea that he doesn't want to lose what he's already got. And the only way you could do that is by not becoming complacent. If you become complacent, shit falls off. In the process of that, he's lost everything that he wanted to be there for. For example, my whole thing with YouTube was, I don't want to be a big YouTuber if it's not on my terms. I don't want people watching my stuff if it's not stuff that I want to produce. I don't want to be on 10 million subscribers if I'm doing something I don't want to do. That's not the appeal of the website. I would much rather get half the views and do what I want to do than get double the views and just do what somebody else is doing. I know a lot of YouTubers aren't the same. I know a lot of YouTubers who told me that the way I thought about YouTube, the way I approached it was stupid, that the idea of even having morals was going to let me down. I've had people try and talk me out of actually having physical morals on the website, saying no and yes to things, because it's more beneficial to just gain, always gain. Everything is an opportunity to gain. And Jake Paul's doing that, but also with some of those YouTubers, I wouldn't call half those people sociopaths. I would call them desperate. And that would be it, desperate. Because I think one of the things that Shane Dawson really nailed was to be a YouTuber. A lot of people, not all of them, have a bit of a screw loose somewhere. Because nobody's really normal. Everybody has their downfalls and the stuff that, makes them them. And I could see that massively. I could definitely see it best on like Team 10. I feel like you would go insane if everybody was doing that. If everybody worked that way. It would be kind of mad. Anyway, I'm going to try and read the chat. I saw Will was in here. Fuck off.
I will.
No, don't say hi to him. Tell him to do one. Spider, there's a spider. Yeah, Will's here. Luckily, I'm barely reading the chat. So, Spider-Man is on your hair. Great, thanks, guys. There's no spider. There's no spider. We were going to have a lovely conversation about Shane Dawson. Will, and he's come and ruined it. Hasn't he? Why would you do this, Will? You've destroyed my chat. CDL house. There's no spider. Because nothing living comes through this apartment, so that would be physically impossible. And nothing living ever enters and leaves. Meanwhile, George is playing Spider-Man.
Okay.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to tell me how the Spider-Man ends?
No, fuck off.
I'm joking. I'm going to read out the ending to Spider-Man to you, George. Bloody hell. Oh, mad. What a weird day. Dan Bull dissed me. I know Dan Bull dissed me in his song. I don't know if we're going to respond, though. We'll figure that out. I'm just reading the chat. Four-legged spider. That's some bath water behind you. That's funny. Oh, man. Willany said there's a spider on your head. Hello, Captain Jack. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Am I living? I'm dead. I'm very much dead. Nothing living leaves or enters the apartment, so I'm long gone. I want to... If you guys... I almost like putting it in slow mode, but I also find it funny to try and pick stuff out. I'm the spider. That's not very nice, guys. That's not very nice at all. Keemstar is behind you. Hello, Ross. How you doing? Chat going too fast. I'm gay. I see you, Ross. Thank you. By the way, I just want to say thank you for all the donations, everyone. It's a shame that Memeulous has taken 50%.
I'm not. I won't take 50%. It was a joke.
I'm a slave in my own apartment. I'm a slave in my own apartment. Shane Dawson. Somebody ring Shane Dawson. Somebody get ImAllexx on the phone. Fraser's going to come round tomorrow purely to interview you.
To interview me about 50% of your revenue.
About the abuse that you give me, mate. That's what he's going to do. Sorry, it's not much. It's all I got. Oh, you guys have done more than enough this stream, honestly. Donations are purely optional. And I appreciate it because I'm about to buy a new camera, so thank you. But, you know, it's all good. Sorry I'm late. What happened with Shane Dawson? Shane Dawson dropped The Mind of Jake Paul today. A 40-minute documentary on ImAllexx, because that's what it was. It was an ImAllexx episode, which is amazing. That's the world we live in. That's a real timeline. So there you go. That's what happened, and we're talking about it. Thank you for helping me for a bad time. No problem. Thank you, Pastel. I'm sure you guys watching my stuff has definitely brought me through plenty of my own, so it's nice. The feeling is reciprocated. I currently, actually, I'm not using my microphone because it's broken, which is great. So we'll see what happens with that, but I'm going to have to go out and basically rebuy all my setup tomorrow because I managed to break everything, so I've been travelling. So, love you, man, but since you were small. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation, honestly.
You're still small, Al.
I'm still 5'1". So, you know, nothing's going to change there. Although, if we get enough donations, can't you do that thing where they, put metal bones, metal pieces in your legs to make it taller?
Cut your legs and separate them slowly so that, you know, like how bone heals?
Yeah, thanks for the
It's
donation.
just they stretch it until it heals. They stretch it like a millimetre or some shit.
Oh, come on. I
Every
need at least another 3 inches. We need to do the interview soon. We do. I'm just really busy, honestly. And I'm kind of everything that I promised I was going to do was completely on hold because I'm making changes to the channel that I want to make fast, not slowly. I don't want to postpone anything. My upload schedule is already pretty whack because of the fact that stuff takes time. And I want it to be a smooth transition, so we'll see what's going to happen with that. It was great seeing you at I-63. Tell George I say hi.
Hello.
There you go. Thank you for coming by. It was great meeting all you lot at I-63, and looking forward to doing it again in April. And we go again, and we do the meet and greets and stuff, and we won't be going to a fight next time, so... I think Jake Paul does a lot of his things for money and fame, not social, apart from my opinion. He and Logo sum up YouTube at the moment, everything for views, no morals. Yeah, because it's beneficial. It's business beneficial to not care about anything. Because if you care about things and it influences the way you do stuff, and having an influence means that you aren't going to be able to churn the machine as well as you maybe could do. Do I trust Shane Dawson to get the truth out? Yeah, but at the same time, I don't blame him if he doesn't. Because no, I'm going to lay this down for you very quickly, and this is going to be the theme of the documentary anyway, so it's nothing new. Nobody's going to be telling the truth. Nobody's going to come out and be 100% honest, and if they do, they will look like an idiot because nobody else is going to be. Shout out Auburn Lucas, please. There you go. Shout out, my man. Nobody's going to tell the truth properly. You're not going to get that out of anybody. You don't even get it out in real non-YouTube situations. If friends fall out, nobody ever really tells the whole truth. It never really happens. And there's no such thing as a bystander in the Jake Logan Paul situation because there's 20 million people watching an episode and they're all famous. So there's no such thing as a bystander because Jake Logan or anybody below, in between, Nick Crompton, anybody, they all have power. All of these people are powerful people, which means there's no possible way that the real story will come out. It's going to be a huge mess. And that's all it's going to be. And then you're going to have to decide what you think, but you're never going to actually know because we don't live there. We don't know them. There's no way that we will ever be able to fully understand what has happened or what Team 10 was because there's too much at stake. Too much money, too much power, too much fame. And the allegations already with the abuse and everything is just so strong that people will make up crazy shit to save their face. Am I going to keep my hair like this? No, I was actually going to get a haircut the other day. It's actually pissing me off. It's way too long. So I will cut it with that donation. So there you go. You've got rid of it. I got another 3 inches for you. Thanks for the £2, mate. No, I appreciate it. I guess. Thank you. I mean, I think my favourite thing is just watching Twitter at the moment because everybody's just gone into severe meltdown. Everyone's gone into meltdown. Hey, Jake Paul is losing subs.
Is it?
Should we check? You know what? Actually, currently I've got the podcast live count up. Let's change it to if I search